Hello, welcome back to the Adventure of Motorcycles. I'm your host, Adventure Nomad Dad. Today, I want to share with you a few opinions regarding adventure motorcycles. And some people's opinions may be different than mine, and those are all going to be people who are wrong. Anyway, does this bother you? It shouldn't. This is part of the sport. If it bothers you, maybe don't get into it. Bikes falling over is totally normal in the sport. That's why we have guards, right? Now, before we begin, I got to pick this bike up. All the keyboard warriors, wannabe instructors, and a lot of instructors probably too, are going to tell me I'm doing it wrong. Don't really care. I'm not picking up a GS. Picking up a DL1050. It's not that heavy. Just grab it.
He's gonna throw his back out. He'll regret that when he gets older.
Shut up. Oh. Anyway, let's talk about guards. The main reason we have them, for what you just saw. The guards protect against dropping the bike. Same with your panniers or pannier racks. I'm a big fan of off-road riding with soft panniers. Totally different discussion, but those racks, protecting the rear end of the bike. Some of them will even contour around your exhaust. Have to be careful. There's that North American Fat Pod Panther, aka my cat. Bar end protection, good set of reinforced handguards, engine protection. Sorry, but I test these things a lot. Almost everyone I know has tested theirs. Very important. When you're going through the sequence of putting parts on your bike and you're thinking, what do I do first? This is me. Good quality skid plate, bash plate, whatever you want to call it. That's number one for me. The second might surprise you, radiator protection. Can't tell you how many times a small rock has ruined someone's day because they didn't have radiator protection. And these are cheap. So good radiator protection, skid plate are number one. Then start getting into the other protections such as engine guards. I have more coming that protect all my plastics because I know how much plastics cost. Panniers and pannier racks, kind of the same. I kind of start up front, work my way back. Those will protect the rear end of the bike, the muffler, you know, stuff like that. Your bike's going to be on its side, so you want to protect it. I've heard this argument a lot. Some people don't like to put protection on their bikes because of the weight, and they're afraid of sacrificing the weight. These are hollow, okay? They don't weigh a whole lot. They weigh nothing in comparison to everything else that you're going to pack for an overnight trip. I mean, when you pack the kitchen sink, your closet, half your dresser, the refrigerator, then stop by the store for some more frozen goods and 17 pairs of pants and 14 pairs of shirts and 2 pairs of shoes, these weigh nothing, okay? The heaviest part about any adventure, overlander, motorcycle, whatever you want to call it, moto camping, is the wing nut that attaches the seat to the fucking handlebars. That's the heaviest thing on here. And they're going to overpack to daylight. So what does it matter how much these weigh? Which, mind you, is not much. If you look it up, I'm not even going to say it, but I guarantee you this whole setup protecting my bike right now is under 20 pounds. It's nothing. Secondly, move up to your handlebars. I shouldn't say secondly, but move up to your handlebars. Good hand protection. These are protecting your levers and your hands when you go down. A lot of bikes come with stock ones that are plastic, and they do the trick if you're into light stuff. They don't last. First time you go down, you're going to snap something. Get good ones. These are Acer bids, reinforced with metal, and then I keep the bar end protectors as well. So that's me. The other thing I want to talk about is the center stand. I hear a lot of people, they always tell me, I don't want to do a center stand. I don't want to sacrifice the ground clearance. I've been riding these for about 6 years now. Off-road, pretty aggressive. By no means do I consider myself a professional, but I am a pretty aggressive rider. If you know me or ever ridden with me, I can get pretty aggressive at times. I've done plenty of BDR trips and lots of overlanding off-road. I've never needed the entire ground clearance of any of my bikes. And this is a V-Strom, which is actually a lot lower than the T7 in my shop, Tenere 700. It's a lot lower than my Pan America was. I still don't use this whole amount down here. Sure, I've hit stuff up front when I'm going over it or stuff gets thrown, but I've never needed all this ground clearance. I don't know about you. It's not a motocross bike. I'm not jumping it. Small jumps, and I do wheelies and stuff and come down pretty hard. But a center stand is in line with the bottom of your bike. And actually, this is the protection of the bike and a piece of your muffler is actually underneath that. So as you can see, the center stand is actually in line with the bottom of the bike though. And if you really like to be the guy who has your bike on its side to change out a tire, then by all means, don't get one. Lay your bike over, change out your tire, change out your tube, do what you got to do. One of the other big things, tire maintenance or chain maintenance. When you're riding off-road, you know, like me, I go out for several days to weeks on end off-road. You got to clean that chain. At least if you're halfway smart rider. If you want to lay it over on its side to clean your chain, then by all means, don't get a center stand. Unless you want to be that jackass who has your buddy push the bike while you're running behind it trying to spray and clean. I mean, this is stupid. It's too much labor intensive for me. I like my center stand. I use it all the time off-road. And you know, it's funny because every time I'm off-road with guys that don't have center stands, after they see how easy it is for me to do everything, that's generally the first thing they run home and buy. To me, it's a requirement. Definitely get one. That's good. Center stand, guards. And again, if you don't like the bike being on its side, if you don't like that view, don't get into this sport. And remember, listen to those keyboard warriors because you're going to throw your back out. So, on this episode of Affordable Finds, I want to talk a few things about helmets. One of the first and easiest affordable finds is a motocross helmet. You could pick these up anywhere from $80 and on up. I mean, literally, you can start cheap with a motocross helmet. However, they don't offer as much road protection as well as no eye protection. So you are going to be dealing with dry eyes and a lot of wind noise. Excuse the wires, that's part of my comm system. However, this is a cheap alternative to start. It's not recommended for me or from me, just in the sense that a lot of wind noise, dry eyes on the way to get there. And like I said, while they are DOT rated, I just don't feel they offer as much protection. One of the most common helmets you're going to find, the EXO, Scorpion EXO. This is the cryptic pattern Scorpio helmet. This is pretty much the most common. I think they are affordable. However, they do run about $350 to $400. They come with built-in sunglasses. They are modular, great for comms and cooling down on the road. Again, this is one of the most common helmets you're going to see in the sport. Just about everyone I know has them. And if you really want to be cool like every other person, make sure you get the one with the topo map on, like everyone else. Really stand out and be unique and different. Luckily, this one is the cryptic, so I think it's pretty cool. I do think this is one of the better helmets you can buy for that price range. Again, about $350 or so. Great helmet though. One that looks very similar to this, that's even cheaper, and happens to be one of my long-lasting favorites, is the LS2. LS2, again, very similar. It is modular. As I said, built-in sunglasses as well. This helmet, you can buy LS2 adventure style helmet for about $180 all the way up to $350 as well. So it's a cheap alternative to get into. So again, that's your affordable find. LS2 helmet, Scorpion EXO helmets. Range in price, but you don't have to spend thousands of dollars like some people do. That's my opinion on the matter, which is correct, obviously. If I've changed your mind and now you see where I'm coming from with guards and protecting the bike and center stand, I'd say we could be friends. If not, that's okay. We won't be friends. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this today. It's all sarcasm and good fun, unless you're on a different side of opinion, then you're wrong. Help me out by affording a new pair of pants, as today I did rip my pants while filming. I'll come around and show you. When I picked my bike up, it rubbed and ripped my pants. So, go to my sponsors. Help me buy a new pair of pants. If you go to roadgears.com, ROADGEARZ.com, shop around, find something you like. They make nice motorcycle gear. Use promo code ADVMOTO. That's ADVMOTO, all one word, all caps. And that'll help me afford a new pair of pants or maybe buy some more guards for my bike. You can also go to reaperapparelco.com. That's reaperapparelco, one word, .com. Same promotional code, ADVMOTO, ADVMOTO, all caps. Help me out. Let me get a new pair of pants so I can send you another video. Who knows? Maybe next time I'll rip them completely off. And let's go have some fun.